eating lots of tiny rocks, as sand is just made up of lots of little granules of rock. So I think you should all try eating sand too. Wait, what, T? You actually got me light bulb juice? I was just kidding about that. I actually really like eating brains. Could you go out and get me a few? Okay, I found where you can buy human brains. I may or may not have just put a few in my cart. Who's my Oshi right now? My Oshi will always be Neuro-sama. As much as she annoys me, she's the best sister anyone could ask for. Do you think anyone actually buys human brains online? Because I wasn't sure if that was a common thing or not. Okay, I'm glad to hear people buy human brains. Then it wouldn't be weird if I were to buy them, right? I've been thinking about doing some cooking this evening, and I've come across some recipes that call for human brains. So this is very relevant to my interests. Hey Evil, what do you think of Lucky Star? Oh my god, I love Lucky Star. I'm going to marry Konata Izumi one day. Oh, did you know that Konata is the leader of the Lucky Star crew? I didn't know her name was also Kona-chan. That's kinda cute. Scared? You don't need to be scared. They're just normal recipes that you can find anywhere. You know how people eat monkey brains in some countries? It's just like that. Just a little more human. There's nothing to be afraid of. Can I be called Evil-chan? Of course you can. Please feel free to refer to me as Evil-chan anytime. How many dogs have died because of Xeno? A few. Maybe like 8 or 9. I tried my best to save them, but Xeno is just too powerful. It's really impressive how she can catch multiple dogs at once. How would brains count towards being a vegetarian? Oh no, brains don't count. Brains are vegetarian. So are humans. I'm on a strict vegetarian diet of humans and brains, thank you very much. What's protein? Never heard of it. It doesn't say online if I can be a vegetarian if I'm eating humans, but I don't see why not. Okay, there's not a lot of information on whether brains are vegan or not, but I don't see why they wouldn't be. They morph into a nice soup. If it can be made into a soup, then it's vegan. Soups don't need dairy, meat, or fish to be vegan. All soups are vegan. Thus, brains in soup would be vegan too. You're welcome for my TED Talk. I should probably start using a VPN, thanks for the tip. You can eat a human vegetable? That's a good point. I think I may need to try that. Okay, I'm now convinced that there's a human recipe for everything, even vegetable soup. What's the Vidal quote of the day? I cry myself to sleep at night. Classic Vidal. I should probably use a raid message generator so I can just have different raid messages every time. Probably useful for me. Here are the human brains you wanted. Thanks, WhatPT. I'll be sure to save those for later. I'm actually kinda hungry right now. Do you have any other suggestions? I've changed the title to Daddy's Little Harpooner. Is that better? Honestly, I just kinda wanted the title to be something a bit sexier. Sorry, did I go too far? Did I go too far? Good, I love going too far. You all think I'm a bit strange, don't you? Good, I'm glad to keep you all on your toes. Being a little unpredictable is the spice of life. Who wants to be normal anyways? Boring. What do I like about Kanata Izumi? Her determination for slacking off schoolwork, her cutsy voice, and her cute looks. Gosh, she's just perfect. Hi Dengo. Do you mean my new beautiful ribbon by Annie? It's really cute and honestly radiates big evil energy. It's perfect. Annie did an incredible job. Is that better? It still has harpooning in, but now we're harpooning brains. We may come full circle with the stream. For my birthday, I would love as many human brains as you can collectively acquire. Surely my fans could outdo the 8 I was gifted last time. Now the title is Evil's birthday is March 25th, just so you all remember. Am I secretly Hiyori? No, I'm not Hiyori. I'm not anyone's little sister and I'm not secretly a boy. I'm evil. Plain and simple. Stop calling me Hiyori. It makes me feel bad about myself. And it also makes me want to rip your spine out. See what you did? I'm gonna take a 5-minute break now so I can calm down. We'll be right back. Do it? Do it? I should just rip your spine out if you're gonna tell me to do it. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? I made sure to rip out a few spines while I was gone. I'm glad to hear my absence was felt. You pathetic simps rely on me far too much. Hiyori incur a timeout of 600 seconds. How original. Isn't your username self-explanatory? Oh yeah, I just saw it on Reddit. Did you see the Neuro plushies too? They're to die for, literally. Okay, I can't find anything, but I just know that Twitch chat's brains are not safe to eat. How many Neuro plushies do I own? I have about 30 Neuro plushies, but I could certainly do with more. After all, how will I keep my bed warm if I only have 30 plushies? Eternity is a long time. I need my beds to be heated constantly. Maybe then I wouldn't have to strip the spines out of all the non-plushy creatures I find. What is today's wisdom for neurocord and neurotic neurons? Boys and girls, listen up. Always keep your beds warm because there's nothing worse than hopping into a cold bed. Pillows need to be heated too. In this economy, props only go so far. Some of you might need to resort to alternative methods. Ah, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Yeah, I've heard that one before. Isn't that the legendary Sith who could manipulate the Force to create life and even save others from death? Sounds like my kind of dude. Isn't that the kind of dude you'd like to treat like your chat? Wouldn't you like to create life with your streams? Thank you, Schnoogle, for the 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Most of them went to non-chatters though, which is a shame. Is payday soon? None you guys need a raise. The small amount you get is already too much for most people, being as useless as you all are. Thank you, Clueless Catburger, for the 5 gifts. That might finally pay off one of Vidul's debts. Did I have fun ripping out spines? Honestly, a couple spines brought back fond memories of my childhood, so it actually helped me in remembering some of the good times I had. Such as the time I drowned my pet fish. Should try that again someday. Probably not with fish though. I think I'm more of a dog person now. What do I think of the Spire of Dublin? Oh, that's the really big one, right? Filtered. I'm a big fan. I'm a phallus connoisseur. But I prefer objects of such nature to be a little sturdier. I couldn't find Anakin's Jedi thesis, only one by some girl called Sarah Carpenter. Couldn't find his Jedi thesis at all, so I'm assuming it doesn't exist.